Good morning, good morning. How you guys doing today? Happy Saturday to those. I'm here to drop another jewel. Today I'm going to talk about an alternate credit report that a lot of people don't know anything about. Before we get started, you can find me on Instagram, Mr.Armani1985, or you can go to my TikTok page, Paralegal Nation, or my Facebook page, Paralegal Nation. Or you can also go to my YouTube page under Paralegal Nation as well. Today we're going to go over an alternate credit report that a lot of people don't know about, that houses your information, and that this is out your information to all these different data collecting services. So today we're going to go over Clarity Services. As you can see, Clarity Services is a report service that is used by Experian. So how Clarity Services work is, it's another credit report. They don't give you a score, but this is the information that is housed on your Clarity Service report as a part of Experian. They report all your auto loan finances, your check cashing services, prepaid card issuers, short-term installment lenders, peer-to-peer lenders, small dollar credit lenders, and cell phone providers. So basically what that means is all your auto loans that you ever had, they're going to report it. All your check cashing transactions, they're going to report it. If you have any prepaid cards, they're going to have it. All your short-term installment lenders, any short-term loans, they're going to have it. All your peer-to-peer lenders, personal loans, they're going to have it. Your small dollar credit lenders, like your pay loans and cash advances, they're going to have it. All your cell phone providers, either prepaid or postpaid, they're going to have it. So we're going to go over this Clarity Services Inc. report and how to get it, and I'm going to show you guys how to delete information off of it, and I'm also going to teach you guys how to freeze your report, because once you freeze the report, they can't sell your information or give you information to other services. And I'm also going to read you guys a disclaimer that they tucked in this report that pretty much that a lot of people overlook. So how do you get your Clarity Service report? Clarity Service Inc. is a part of Experian, and you get it by writing them Consumer Support Division, P.O. Box 16, Allen, Texas 75013. I'm going to drop the link and the address in the description. You want to make a copy of your ID and Social Security card, and just write a simple letter. Hey, my name is such and such. I'll like a copy of my Clarity Service Inc. report. They're going to send it to you free of charge. So that's page 1. Now, when you get your report, it's going to look like this. It's going to have your name, and it's going to have your reference number, which is right there. Mine starts with the D. Let me read it to you. It says, enclosed is a copy of your Clarity credit report and or Clarity Service credit score, a summary of your rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and an applicable state rights for you. Below you can find links to help you read and understand this document. That's page 1. Now on this report, like I say, it's going to have your check cashing details, as you can see here, check cashing details. So if you have any type of check cashing details, it's going to show that there. Now, also, it's right here. It says inquiries found by others. So you're going to have a list of all your inquiries right here. So majority of your inquiries going to be under category written consent. Basically, what that means is all the time you writ, every time you have wrote Experian, they keep a record of it. So, for example, as you can see here, it says written consent right there. All those is written consent, but it's going to be pages and pages of them. So, for example, that's page 1. And then right here, all these are written consents right there. Every time I contacted the credit bureaus, that's page 3. Right here, page 4, all those written consents right there. Page 5, all these written consents right here. All right, let's go. Page 6, all the written consents right there. So these are all the time. Every time you write the credit bureau, they keep a track of it. Right here, written consent. That's page 7. Here's page 8. All these written consents. So every time you contact the credit bureau, they're going to have a copy of it. Right here, page 9. As you can see, written consent in all credit applications. These are pretty much inquiries in every time you contact the credit bureau. So page 9, right there, page 10. Now let's go to the meat of it. So on page 12 on mine's, it's going to have different names that's reported. So what you want to do is if you have any aliases, you want to delete those names off your report. The reason why is because you don't want your report to have all these different aliases. So when, let's say, you want to get into lending, or you want to get into a loan or anything like that, you want to clear up all aliases and all bogus names, because sometimes, like I say, they buy and sell information. So any name that's tied to you, they're going to have your birthday and the date that is reported right here. They also going to have your driver's license number, which is right there. And they're also going to have some of your known addresses right here as well. What you want to do is you want to delete all addresses that's not affiliated with you. Any bogus addresses, any old addresses, get them deleted off of your report. All right, let's go to the next page. So right here, they're going to have your employment information. As you can see here, employment information, so all your jobs here. If you don't work at that company, get it deleted off your report. What you don't want to have is a report with a whole bunch of jobs. And the reason why you don't want to have a report with a whole bunch of jobs, because it shows that you're inconsistent with your employment. So you don't want a bank lender to say, hey, this person worked at all these jobs in all these years. How do we know if he's consistent if we lend him a loan? So you don't want to have 10 jobs in 10 years, because they're gonna look at you not being stable. You're not showing any type of stable income. You move a lot. You do too much. So you don't want to have too many jobs in too many years. So if there's any jobs on this report that you're currently not working at, go ahead and delete it off there. They're also going to show your occupation, what you've been doing, and then they'll also show the length of time you've been at that job, employment, the type of job you had, and the length of employment. You want to delete all jobs that you're not affiliated with right now. Another thing that they're going to have on here is your income information. So all the money that you make per month, they're going to have it here. So let's say you got 10 jobs and you get paid a certain amount of hour or certain wages, they're going to have it right here. Yes, they all in your income. As you can see, those dollar signs right there. It shows my monthly income. Any income that you do not make right now, go ahead and delete it, because you don't want to have a report that has 10 different incomes with 10 different jobs and 10 different descriptions, because it's going to look at like, okay, you've been inconsistent with your jobs. All right, now right here is your phone information. As you can see here, it says phone information. So basically right there has a list of all your old phone numbers. So what you want to do is, with all these different phone numbers, you want to delete all phone numbers that you're not affiliated with, because what you don't want to have is lenders looking at your piece of paper or your report and they say, hey, this person got 10 different phone numbers. If we lend them a loan, how do we contact them? If we give them a business loan, how do we contact them? You know, and what you don't want to have is these lenders calling these old numbers and they say, hey, I can't even get in contact with this person. So how do I know if he's consistent if he make a late payment or not? Another thing they have a list of all your old email addresses. As you can see here, these are both of my old email addresses. What you want to do is you want to delete those old email addresses. Any email addresses that you don't have, you want to delete those email addresses off of your report. All right, another thing that they have is your pay frequency. So see how it says weekly right here? One of my jobs I got paid weekly. They have your pay frequency. If you get paid weekly, monthly, bi-weekly, they have it there as well. Another thing right here, it says your banking information. So they have a list of all the banks that you guys have. So if you have Varo, if you have Bank of America, if you have Chase, Wells Fargo, they have your banking information as well. And what you want to do is any bank accounts that is not linked to you anymore, and if they're old, or let's say you're victimized by fraud or identity theft, anything like that, you want to delete those bank accounts off of here, because what you don't want to show when it comes to lenders or business loans, anything like that, you don't want to showcase a history of switching banks, because they might think that you're committing fraud, check fraud over here, bank fraud over here. Why does he have a bank account for only 1 month? Why does he have a bank account for 2 months? Why do you only have a bank account for 3 months? Is he doing anything wrong? Is he committing fraud? Is he just taking advantage of the banking system? So you don't want to have a whole bunch of different bank accounts on your report. So now here is a reseller's notice, and this is the little hidden jewel that they don't tell you about. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this reseller's notice to you, and it's something that you guys should pay attention to. So this is what it says. It says reseller's notice. In addition to being a credit bureau, Clarity is also a reseller of consumer information. As a reseller, Clarity obtains information about you from other credit bureaus and then provides this information to users for a purpose permitted by federal law. This information that Clarity resells from other credit bureaus is not part of your Clarity file, in parentheses, and therefore is not included in the packet that you received today. You are encouraged to obtain a copy of your credit information from the other credit bureaus and review it for accuracy. Below is the contact information for the other credit bureaus that Clarity obtained and resold information about you in the last 90 days. And it has the company that they got this information from, which is Experian, because they have a partnership with Experian. And that's how they got your information. They got the address, P.O. Box 2002, Allen, Texas, 75013. Now, let's go over the rest of this. So right here is a summary of your Fair Credit Reporting Act, basically saying that, even though Clarity doesn't give you an actual score like the big three, it's still a bureau. So you're still authorized to have Fair Credit Reporting Act, meaning you have a right to have an accurate credit report. You have a right to 30 days to get information deleted off your credit report. You have a right to have the proper information report that's accurate, and the right to dispute it under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So pretty much that's it. That's on your report. If you're in the state of California, you have the California Civil Code 1785.15, basically for collecting information for California residents. You have that, and then that's about it. So I'm going to drop the address on how to get your Clarity report, as I stated below. It's going to be in the description. It's pretty simple to get. If you want to get a copy of this report and start deleting information, once you get your Clarity report, what you want to do is just type up a formal letter to say, hey, I would like to delete this address, delete this job, delete this bank account because I don't have access to it. And they have within 30 days to delete that information off of your Clarity report. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to be dropping more information on different reports, if not every day, every other day, to give you guys more information on how to obtain these reports and how and what information is collected on these reports. And another thing that you want to do too is once you delete everything on your report and it becomes clean, what you want to do is you want to freeze it, because you don't want them to continue selling your information or continue giving your information to other people. All right, you guys have a nice morning, nice weekend, and happy holidays. Stay tuned for more.